And welcome back. We are going to be doing the first 12 movements of the 24 movement form. Let's do some warm-ups first, and you can either do your warm-up sitting in the chair or standing. And then we're going to concentrate on the footwork before we actually start the form. So let's warm up a little bit. And just raise your arms up slowly, push down and back. And raise the arms up just a little bit more. And this time, reach all the way up. And slowly push down and back. Adjust the screen a little bit. Let's form a ball. About the size of a beach ball or a basketball. And we're just going to move the ball over to the other side. And as we do, we're going to rotate the ball and turn your head slightly. Go back to the other side, turning your head slightly. This time, turn just a little bit more. Back to the other side. And turn at the waist, 180 degrees. Let's bring the ball to the center and just push the ball forward and back. Okay, we're going to expand the ball and spread our wings. And at the very end, and we come over here, stretch your fingers and relax them. Bring the ball back to the center. We'll do it again. Your fingers and relax. One more time. Stretch the fingers and relax them. Okay, now we're going to go vertically with the ball. And rotate the ball and do the other side. And I hope everyone can hear the music. It's the Tai Chi name of it again. I'm trying to remember. Merlin's Magic. Flowing Perfection. Okay, now let's reach to the diagonal. Do the other side. And one more time. Okay, and now let your arms float down. Push all the way back. And just relax. Okay, so we're going to start the first 12 movements, but before we do, we're going to concentrate on the footwork. And I'm going to adjust the screen to see my feet. And this is mainly for the new people who may have not done Tai Chi before. So we're going to concentrate on the step. And Let me adjust the screen a little bit. See if we can get my feet in here. Okay, can everyone see my feet? So we're going to do concentrate on the bow step, and just put your left foot head, and your right foot is going to be like at a 45-degree angle. The reason they call this the bow step, picture an archer shooting a bow and arrow. Okay, he doesn't just stand here and pull the bow back and shoot. He gets balance first. Okay, so you try this. Lean back on your right leg, lean forward on your left leg. So you're actually pretty well balanced here. Okay, so when the archer goes to shoot the arrow, he's not only concentrating, but he's also very balanced. That's the reason they call it the bow step. So watch my left foot. I'm going to just do like a quarter of a circle. And rather than just step forward, I'm going to do a quarter of a circle. And as I do that quarter of a circle, I make the step. Okay? Now shift your weight forward, shift your weight back, and pivot on your left heel. So that left foot is going at a 45-degree angle. Now we're going to do the bow step on the right. We're just going to make a quarter of a circle. And as I make that quarter of a circle and my foot comes down, notice my foot's going straight ahead. Okay, so I shift the weight forward, rock back, pivot. The left foot is going straight ahead. So you can see that the left foot's going straight ahead. I shift the weight forward, shift the weight back. The right foot's at a 45-degree angle. Now I'm going to pivot on the left foot. So I'm going to a 45-degree angle, step up. And again, the right foot's going straight ahead. So let's try that together a few times. So step, shift the weight forward, shift the weight back, pivot, step, shift the weight forward, shift back, and pivot. Now we're not used to walking like this, so this might take a little time to get used to it. Okay, so let me do it this way again, so you can see my feet going this way. Back, pivot, step, shift the weight forward, rock back, pivot, step, shift the weight forward, rock back, and pivot. Okay, so that's the bow step, and so we're going to start the form, and the reason I show you that is because we're going to try to incorporate that stepping movement along with the hand movements. Okay, so let's begin with your feet shoulder width, both feet going straight ahead. Have your hands at your side and bend your knees slightly. Okay, we're going to shift over to the right leg, step in with the left foot. Both feet are going straight ahead again. Now, step to the left. Okay, so our feet are both shoulder width apart. Okay, so and bend your knees slightly. Move over a little bit because I'm going to be going this way. Okay, so we're going to open the door. And before we do that, I just want to go over the the forms with you, the first 12 forms. So we're going to open the door. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Do the white crane spreads its wings. Do the brush, knee, and push. Play the pipa. Repulse the monkey. The ward off and grasp the peacock's tail on the left side. The ward off and grasp the peacock's tail on the right side. Then we go into the single whip, cloud hands, another single whip, and we end up at high pat the horse. So that's the first 12 movements. Oh, and by the way, this is an 8-week session. So don't feel overwhelmed with all this information. We have 8 weeks to learn the form, the first 12 movements. So let's go ahead and we're going to start the form. Feet shoulder width apart, step in with the left foot, step to the side with the left foot. Bend the knees slightly. We're going to open the door. Slowly raise the arms up to shoulder height. Bend the elbows. Shift your weight over to your left leg and pivot up the heel. As you pivot, form a ball on your right side. So the right hand is on top. Okay. Then we're going to do that bow step and part the wild horse's mane. Rock back and pivot. You do form the ball on your left side. We're going to part the wild horse's mane on the right side. Let's just go over that again. And there's going to be a lot of repetition in these classes. So if you already know the form, it's always good to review. If you're just learning the form, that's the reason for the repetition. Okay, so let's start. Feet shoulder width apart. Hands at your side, step in with the left foot, step to the side with the left foot, feet shoulder width apart. Bend the knees and slowly raise the arms up to shoulder height. And picture yourself sitting in a hot tub, just floating in the water. The water's up to your neck. And that's going to slow your movements down quite a bit. You're going to form a ball. Do that bow step and part the wild horse's mane. Okay, and when we part the wild horse's mane, I'm going to turn this way so you can see it. Watch my hands, watch my hands. The palms are going to go over each other, but they're not going to touch. And I'm going to reach as if I'm reaching a peanut butter jar in the back of a cabinet. Okay, rock back and pivot, form the ball, do the bow step, part the wild horse's mane, reaching for the peanut butter jar. I got it. Okay, so let's try it again. I'm going to start this way. Okay, I'm going to raise the arms up slowly, elbows. On the ball, right up, and part the wild horse's mane. Rock back and pivot, form the ball, do the bow step, part the wild horse's mane on the right side. And then we're going to part the wild horse's mane one more time on the left side. So we have 3 part the wild horse's mane. Okay, so Let's do this again, one more time together. Okay, move over this way a little bit. Okay, now start with your feet shoulder width apart, bend the knees slightly. Step in, step to the side, and we'll open the door. Shift your weight over to your left, pivot on your right heel to a 45-degree angle. As we form a ball on the right side, I'm going to do the bow step and part the wild horse's mane. On the left side, rock back and pivot on your left heel to a 45-degree angle. Bow step, part the wild horse's mane on the right side. And as we do that, watch my left hand. The left hand, if you can see it, is coming at my side, palm facing the floor, okay, as I reach for that peanut butter jar. Same thing with the other side. The right hand is at my side, palm facing the floor, as I'm reaching for the peanut butter. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm going to part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Okay, let me check to see how our timing is doing. All right, so that's the, the first 2 movements of our 12 movement form. So now we're going to go into the white crane spreading its wings. So after that 3rd part the wild horse's mane, we're going to do a half step up with the right foot. Right foot's going to be at a 45-degree angle. So the 45-degree angle plays a big part all throughout the form. So after the 3rd part the wild horse's mane, do a half step up. I'm going to start forming a ball as I turn to the angle of my right foot at 45-degree angle. I'm going to start forming a ball. Now I'm going to start compressing the ball, making it smaller and smaller, and I'm going to drop the ball. As I drop the ball, my right hand comes up to protect my right. Okay, and I'm going to turn. As I turn, I'm going to turn my right palm, turn my right hand so that the palm is facing me. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's start from the very beginning. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees slightly. We're going to open the door. Step in with the left foot, step to the side. Both feet are going straight ahead. Okay. I'm going to slowly raise the arms up. Elbows. Shift your weight over to your left leg and pivot on your right heel to a 45-degree angle as you start to form a ball on the right side. And just generate this. Whenever the ball is on the right side, the right hand is on top. Whenever the ball is on the left side, the left hand is on top. So try to keep that in mind, okay? So we're going to part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Once on the right. And one more time on the left side. Now we're going to do a half step up with the right foot. We're going to turn at the waist to the 45-degree angle of the foot. So as you start to form the ball, turn at your waist. We're going to start compressing the ball, making the ball smaller and smaller. We're going to drop the ball. As we drop the ball, the right arm goes up into the air. To the right forehead. And sink down a little bit so you can see this. And then I'm going to turn and face straight ahead. As I turn, I'm going to turn my right hand so the palm is facing me. I'm going to look at my palm for a second. My arm goes down. It's going to make a half circle. In the meantime, the left arm, the left hand is going to come around, again, in a half circle to protect my right elbow. Okay, so let's go over this. Okay, so so here we go. Step in, step to the side, bend your knees slightly. You know, open the door. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Half step up, the white crane spreads its wings. Okay, so let's see. Enough time. What I'd like to do is, and this is mainly for the newer people, is to go through the entire form from open the door up to high pat the horse. Okay, so just so you can see where we're going to be during the next 8. And if this seems confusing to anyone, don't worry. There's a lot of repetition involved. So every class, you're going to pick something up. So here we go. So I'm going to do the entire form for you up high pat the horse, the first 12 movements. Open the door. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. White crane spreads its wings. Now we're going to go into the brush and push. Just 3 times. Left side, right side, and the left side. Lay the peapod. And repulse the monkey. This is a backward stepping movement. And again, we're going to go over each and every one of these forms, breaking them down along with the footwork. Okay, and because of time, I'm only going to repulse the monkey 4 times. Now I'm going to do the ward off and grasp the peacock's tail on the left side. Turn the board off and grasp the peacock's tail over on my right side. And we go into a single whip. Into cloud. And when we do cloud hands, we do cloud hands 3 steps to the left, just sidestepping. And as we do that, we follow our palm. After the 3rd step, I'm going to step to the right diagonal. Another single whip. Half step up into high path. Move back a little bit, high path the horse. Okay, so just to check the time here. So that's the first 12 movements. And as I said, we're going to go through each one of these forms, break the form down on each movement as we go through and progress through the 8 weeks. So before we go today, we're going to do a breathing exercise called longevity Qigong. And and Qigong is just the vital energy and practice. So the energy that's in us and the practice is Qigong. And there's many, many different types of Qigong, just like there's many different styles of Tai Chi. So this is called longevity. And we're just going to have our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to raise the arms up to show we're palm facing palm. And there's a little poetry that goes with this. And we're going to start and say, 2 dragons go towards the sea. 2 tigers go into hiding as you bring your palms in, soaring up into the sky, seeking the moon at sea bottom. Abbot lifts the bronze urn. The wild goose lands on flat sand. The elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. So just a little breathing exercise there with the breathing and exercising. And one of the things that's really important when we do any of these movements, try not to hold your breath. Got to keep breathing, okay, on every movement. So let's just do this one more time. 2 dragons go towards the sea. 2 tigers are hiding, soaring up into the sky, seeking the moon at sea bottom. The abbot lifts the bronze urn, and the wild goose lands on flat sand. Elderly monk lifts up the chi, leading away the goat. And the last thing we're going to do is the Tai Chi salute. Make a fist with your right hand, put the fist in the palm of the left hand, extend your fingers, and hold the fist with your left thumb. Okay? And to show respect for one another, we bow to each other and we say, Pang Yomen Sai Jin, Pang Yomen Jin, and Pang Yomen Sai Jin, which means goodbye, friends. So see you next